The treasure of Heart Island. It was supposed to be a simple vacation, 4 lifelong friends going on a fun getaway. But when Maya, Raj, Zara, and Aryan found an old, weathered map in the attic of their rental cottage, their adventure took a turn none of them expected. The map, faded but legible, showed a route to something called the Treasure of Heart Island, and being the thrill seekers they were, the friends decided to embark on an adventure. The legend had it that Heart Island, located off the coast of their vacation spot, was once the home of a pirate captain who buried his treasure there centuries ago. The catch? No one who had searched for the treasure had ever returned. Ignoring the warnings, Maya, Raj, Zara, and Aryan packed their bags, armed with the map, a few snacks, and a sense of excitement. Day 1, the arrival. The friends reached the island by a small boat, rented from a suspicious-looking man at the docks who warned them in a gruff voice, "People who go to Heart Island never come back." They laughed it off, thinking it was just another local trying to scare tourists. The island was beautiful, lush green trees, a coastline with sparkling blue waters, and birds chirping from the branches. But as they ventured deeper into the jungle, the atmosphere began to change. The trees became denser, the sunlight barely filtered through, and strange animal calls echoed through the underbrush. "I'm starting to feel like this was a bad idea," Zara muttered, looking around nervously. "Nah, don't worry, we're fine. We have the map, snacks, and most importantly, me," Aryan said, grinning. He was always the jokester of the group, and his carefree attitude had gotten them out of trouble before, or into it. Maya and Raj walked ahead, hands brushing against each other as they navigated the dense path. Their relationship was a constant tease between romance and friendship, but lately, something more had begun to simmer under the surface. Maya, the adventurous one, couldn't help but steal glances at Raj, her heart racing slightly. They arrived at the first checkpoint marked on the map, an ancient stone archway covered in moss. "This must be it," Raj said, studying the map. "We're on the right track." Without hesitation, they passed through the arch, unaware that their real adventure was just beginning. Day 2, traps and trials. The next morning, they were up early, eager to make more progress. As they continued following the map, the terrain became more treacherous. They encountered a series of riddles and puzzles etched into stone pillars, blocking their path. "This one's easy," Aryan declared confidently, approaching the first pillar. He read aloud, "What has a heart but no soul?" He thought for a moment, then shrugged. "A robot? No, wait, it's probably a rock." Zara rolled her eyes. "Aryan, it's the Treasure of Heart Island. Obviously, it's a heart." As soon as she said the answer, the stone pillar moved aside, revealing a hidden pathway. Aryan smirked, trying to hide his embarrassment, but the group burst into laughter. As they ventured further, they discovered the island was not going to give up its treasure so easily. They narrowly escaped falling into hidden pits, dodged arrows that shot out from the walls, and had to cross a rickety bridge over a deep ravine. Each time, it was a combination of Raj's quick thinking, Maya's leadership, and Aryan's ability to make light of any situation that kept them going. Zara, meanwhile, started noticing something else. She'd always thought of Aryan as the goofy, irresponsible one, but during their journey, he showed surprising courage, making sure she stayed safe and helping her through the toughest moments. The teasing banter they'd always had took on a different meaning, and she couldn't help but feel something more for him. Day 3, tensions rise as the journey grew harder, the group's morale started to drop. Raj and Maya, usually in sync, found themselves bickering more often. Raj, a planner by nature, wanted to take things slow and strategize, while Maya was impulsive and eager to reach the treasure. Their arguments became more frequent, and Maya couldn't help but wonder if this adventure was pulling them apart. At the same time, Zara and Aryan's friendship began to shift into something deeper. They had always been close, but now, amidst the danger and uncertainty, they found themselves leaning on each other more. Aryan would crack a joke to ease Zara's fear, and Zara would smile in a way that made Aryan feel more grounded than ever. One night, as they camped under the stars, the tension between Maya and Raj reached a boiling point. "We should have just stayed back at the beach. You always want to rush into things without thinking," Raj snapped. "Maybe because I actually want to live life. Unlike you, who plans everything to death," Maya fired back. It was Zara who broke the silence. "Guys, enough. We came here together, and we need to finish this together. Look at where we are, we've survived so far. We'll get through this, but not if we keep fighting." The group sat in silence for a moment, the only sound being the crackling of the fire. Slowly, Raj reached out and took Maya's hand. "I'm sorry," he said softly. I don't want to lose you. Or any of us," Maya squeezed his hand back. "You won't. I promise." Day 4, the treasure and the realization. Finally, they reached the center of the island, a hidden cove with a massive stone door, marked with the same heart symbol they had seen throughout their journey. Behind it lay the treasure. The door opened with a loud groan, revealing a chest filled with gold coins, jewels, and artifacts. The friends stared in awe, unable to believe they had actually found it. But as they began to gather the treasure, they realized something else. This entire adventure had been about more than just finding riches. It had strengthened their bonds, tested their limits, and revealed things about themselves they hadn't known before. Raj and Maya's love had grown deeper through the challenges, while Aryan and Zara, who had always been best friends, now looked at each other with newfound affection. As they left the island, treasure in hand, Aryan slung an arm around Zara. "So, want to go on another adventure with me?" he asked, grinning. Zara smiled back. "Only if you don't get us killed next time." They all laughed, knowing that no matter what came next, they'd face it together.